How do you feel? How do you feel? Stinky. Look at these little babies doing little baby activities. Hey guys, it is me. Y'all see that too? What is that? What? Stop looking. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rocha and I have a lot of things to talk about today, and one of those things is how sexy you are. So please, if you agree that you are sexy, you have to subscribe down below. But hi, my name is Luis and I'm very excited to talk about this topic just because it's something that I've always wanted to talk about before, and it's something that I've been meaning to talk about. I've just never got around to it because I've never been able to fully articulate like my thoughts and feelings, and I still don't really have a clear and concise plan, but I have notes written down, so hopefully we can get through this together because I really want to like share like my experience with everybody because it was tough to get to where I am today, but it's doable. Before we even like move on, I just want to talk about my new obsession with Squishmallows. I didn't ever want to buy these, right? Because I'm always like, okay, so what's the point? They're just like stuffed animals and they're cute. Yeah, but like I don't need 50 of them. So now I have 3, and this one's my latest one. His name is, what is his name? Laurent. They just hang out on my bed. Right over there is my dog, but then next to it is my Squishmallow of a dog. They're just so like soft and cute and cuddly, and I just wanted to talk about it today because these are so cute. And anyway, I might have ADHD. Okay, I think that's enough of me rambling. Actually, do you want to look at my journal? Look, I've been making it like pretty and stuff. Okay, stick to one train of thought. Okay, not a train of thought and a plane of thought and a car of thought and a taxi of thought, because that's clearly what my brain is doing. Just a single train, okay? A single train, which by the way, there was almost a strike the other. Today, I want to talk about how I got rid of my social anxiety. And I'm gonna preface this by saying real quick that this is just my personal experience with it, and I'm not here to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. I'm just giving you suggestions and what helped me personally along my journey of overcoming social anxiety, because it was tough, but like I'm better now, but I'm still working through it, you know? But like it's not linear. I don't think it should be considered something that you can just fix within a month. This takes a long time. For example, I started having mad social anxiety when I moved to where I'm currently living in the 5th grade, and I barely got to take control of it, I want to say, until like the end of like junior, beginning of senior year. It took a long time, and I'm honestly grateful for my journey just because it taught me a lot of me as a person, of how I function and how I should function, but it also taught, why am I so white right now? Before I moved to my current town, I was actually the loud one in class. I was the one that wouldn't shut up, and I feel bad for my teachers, yeah, but I had confidence in myself to be able to just talk and be my own person without having to worry about what anyone else thinks. And obviously that was like back in the 4th grade, so it could also be that I just grew up. And this is such a stupid story, but I'm gonna tell it because it made me realize that not everybody rolls the same way that you roll. I remember we were in the 5th grade and we were talking about like, what was your movie that you watched this summer? And everybody was like, I don't even remember what movies were coming out, but everybody was like Poltergeist or Scary Movie or whatever, like all these scary movies that I didn't watch as a child because I was in the 5th grade, you know what I mean? So I was like, cool, let me make friends. Let me raise my hand up and say my movie answer, which was Pokemon 2, Mewtwo Strikes Back. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna make a lot of Pokemon friends. We're gonna have such a good time. So when I raised my hand and I said my answer, the whole class started laughing at me like immediately. That was my first interaction with everybody as a whole, because I was a new kid in class, so everybody had their eyes on me, you know, like I wonder what he's like. And instantly, like I felt like I introduced myself to be the loser, this person that everybody could laugh at, and that was not the case at all. People just laughed because it was a funny answer, you know. But I felt like in that moment everything kind of came together in my head, like, oh, these people don't like me. And that wasn't true, like I said, because I literally made so many friends, but it also like gave me kind of like, ooh, did they laugh at me in that moment? Or ooh, are they gonna like me, you know, because clearly they didn't like my Pokemon movie, so are we gonna get along or not? And that was like kind of the beginning. It got worse and worse as the years went by. I think it got like really bad in middle school, and it was really, really bad like freshman, sophomore year. I still had my friend group, and I still had like all these people that I loved being with. It was just interacting outside of that social circle was hell for me, and it just sucked because even like going to the store and talking to a clerk, or going to a restaurant like a freaking McDonald's and being like, yo, you got my order wrong, that would just drain me and like kill me inside, because I hated doing that. And I know a lot of people can relate to that because it's just like some normal human things that you should be able to do are things that you struggle with so much, and I think that's what people without social anxiety don't understand. That being said, I have a few tips written down onto how I managed to change my mindset to be more social and to be less anxious. My biggest tip, and this is just something that I just love telling people, is that confidence is key. fake confidence is key. Even if it's not real confidence, just have it, because that helps out so much. For example, I started doing this back in senior year. It was honestly more like my college years and when I started working in retail that I started doing this a lot more. But when you pretend to have confidence that you don't actually have and you just put on kind of like a mask, it just makes it feels so much easier to interact socially and do things socially with people, because that's technically not you in a way. For example, like when I did it, I was always like, oh, I'm scared, or oh, this and that, but I gotta do it anyway because I work retail, or because I have college and I gotta present this paper or whatever. So having that fake confidence in yourself kind of makes it like, oh, you know, shit, I can do this. And then over time, for me personally, it got to a point where I'm like, this is no longer fake confidence. I put it into use. I put it into my forefront of my person, and now I'm fully confident. So definitely try it. It's so good. It's so fun and funky and fresh. Number 2, something that I would tell myself a lot is that everybody's a robot. Like, everybody's a robot. This is when I started, by the way, so I don't do this now, but like back then I would just be like, oh, I really don't want to interact with this person today. Oh, but you know what? They're not real. They're not even real. They're a hologram put in by the government or some shit. Obviously, like, don't believe that, because then that can get into like a weird zone or whatever. But if you just pretend they're like a robot or a hologram, like, dude, it actually helps me. And it sounds so stupid, I get it, but it's true. It's kind of like when you get told, like, imagine everybody's in their underwear right now. Well, yeah, but they're not. Everybody around me is a hologram. They're not really a hologram, but it helps for some weird reason. It sounds so weird. I know it sounds really weird, but it's true. Look at my dog. Animals crush cups. Number 3, nothing really matters. You know what is crazy is billions of years from now, the whole universe isn't gonna exist. It's gonna be heat death, and there's gonna be nothing left in existence. And that might bring you into another weird hole, and I don't want that to happen, but it's kind of a good way to put it into perspective. Oh, if I fuck up this one single interaction, it's not gonna matter because we're all gonna die. And that's I get it. It sounds so grim, but it's actually true, and it's actually helpful, and it helped me personally a lot. And I do this, I guess, when I do something embarrassing. So let's say I trip in front of someone I think is cute, or just in front of a group of people that I just met and I want to leave a good impression. If I trip and fall, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I laugh at myself. I feel nothing, and in the best way possible, just because it really doesn't matter. If anything, you gave them a story and you're remembered. And that's something that I feel as though I should add to this list, is learn to laugh at yourself, because if you just make something embarrassing, it's gonna be embarrassing. My dog is making sounds. I'll kick him the balls. He doesn't have any, never mind. This is my cute baby boy. His name is His name is Yuki. He's a stinky, silly baby, and he's a stinky, silly boy. Okay, I'm gonna kick him out of my room now because he's making sounds. Wait, what was I saying? At the end of the day, it's only embarrassing if you make it embarrassing. Because it's not even things that are embarrassing. Like, sometimes I'd be dancing in public. We about to paint that. You know what I mean? Like, flip that. I just be dancing LOONA in public, and my friends are like, yo, what are you doing? Stop, it's weird. But that person that just passed us and looked at me dancing, like, they're not gonna care. And why should you? If you're my friend, why should you? I had to let people go before, because they would keep doing that and they wouldn't see me as someone who was growing, and it sucked. But at the end of the day, you gotta put yourself first, and if they're not there for your journey of being a better person, then they should have no spot in your life. And that's something that it sucks, but like, once people start seeing that you're taking yourself more seriously is when they start to get scared. So definitely just try not to be it's harder to do than it sounds, but it's easy to do once you've got it nailed down. I don't get embarrassed anymore. Like, I could literally show my ass in public and I wouldn't. I'm just kidding. That would be embarrassing. But no, it wouldn't actually, because I have a giant, fat, juicy ass. Okay, I don't know. Okay, last point. Only the people who truly matter should be in your worries. So like your mom, your dad, your siblings, your friends, your true friends. And even then, family is not always going to be the best example, but you should only care about the people that you truly care about. So the people closest to you, those are the only people you should put in your worries. You shouldn't care about what a stranger thinks. You shouldn't care about what Becky from Starbucks thinks, because at the end of the day, Becky's a barista. She serves 100 people a day. You are one of the 100 people. And if you accidentally mess up your words, or if you accidentally do something embarrassing, she's not gonna remember it. If you do something embarrassing in front of a stranger or in front of somebody, you just gotta not care, because then you could just live your life without any worries. And it sounds so much easier, like I keep saying, than it is. But once you get it nailed down, you're good. Like, you're hot and sexy and beautiful, and you're so cute, and you are hot. Can I get your number? Sorry, I don't even know what that was. So for me, I'm rooting for you because I want everybody to be happy and healthy, and life feels so much better once you get the hang of it, really. At the end of the day, this isn't something that can just change overnight or in a month or in a year. It's been almost 4 years since I've graduated high school when I started actually feeling better, and I still struggle with this sometimes just because it's normal and it's human to struggle with. But once you get the hang of it, even if you have good or bad days or good or bad weeks, you are still more evolved than you were yesterday or the week before or the year before. And that's something that everybody always, I feel like, ignores. And I'm gonna say it one more time, but it's not linear. You're not gonna get better like this. You're gonna be like this sometimes, and that's okay. That is so normal, and I feel like we have to take into account that we're all growing at different paces. Just because someone is doing a lot better than you doesn't mean that you're never gonna get better, because that's not true. And that took me a long time to understand. I hope that you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if this helped at all, and just overall, just keep getting better, because at the end of the day, no one's opinion matters about yourself other than yours. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna go now because I want a waffle, and I'm gonna go cuddle my dogs and my squishmallows. So I have important things to do. Bye.